Are you seriously Pokemon going right now?
I just want to catch a couple Pokemon.
You moron! Jesus, Bob.
What do you mean, you moron? Why am I a moron?
I've been sitting here for an hour. You finally show up and you're playing Pokemon Go?
What is up, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the Nintendo PlayStation Podcast. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my best friend in all the land, Toby Thornton. Hello, Toby.
Hello, Bobby. You're very loud.
Am I very loud?
Maybe you should just bring it down a smidge.
Okay.
Just a smidge, Bobby.
I'm sorry. Am I that loud, really? Well, maybe.
I've probably just got my volume too loud.
Well, it could be too that I'm just kind of like, you know, I come with that opening with a little oomph, and then you, the typical British, want to slap me down and be like, "No, stay in your corner."
Yeah.
Ridiculous. How you doing, Toby?
Rein it in. I'm slightly annoyed. I've been sitting in this chair for a good 60
5 minutes. I understand.
60 minutes, Bobby.
5 minutes. I understand.
Bobby slept in because he's lazy.
You son of a... It has nothing to do with being lazy.
I'll tell you why Bobby slept in, right? Because he was doing Nintendo Talk Live 7 hours ago, probably 8 hours ago now. Yeah. And he did it for 2 hours, and he barely got any sleep, and his alarm went off this morning, and he thought, no, screw Toby, I'm just going to sleep in. So, I'm sitting there waiting for him.
You're just making stuff up, man.
I'm not.
You're just flying by the seat of your pants. Your British knickers. Your British knickers.
Bobby, you don't know what knickers are, do you, Bobby?
Knickers are underwear.
Ladies' underwear, Bobby.
Well, that's what you wear. I know. you got Karina's knickers on.
All right. Thanks very much, Bobby.
I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to let that out. I'm sorry. That was our little secret. Oh man. Oh Lord. That was phenomenal right there. It was good stuff. Anyway, I did do Nintendo Talk Live with Josh, N64 Josh last night. We got to the hour mark and I was gonna shut it down, and he was like, "Hey man, we don't have to stop if you don't want to." And I was like, I was having a good time. And I'm like, okay, let's not stop.
All right, so what you're telling me is I should go onto Twitter, go and follow N64 Josh, tweet him, and blame him for me sitting here for an hour waiting.
Well, no.
That's what you're saying, right?
You haven't let me finish the story yet. So then I get done with him, and then I decide to go in the living room and start watching Pokemon X and Y.
Oh, man.
And then I was up for another hour after that. Well, that's not true, too. We did talk. Him and I spoke. So we get done, and then we speak for another hour after that. We just hang out and chat, and we start talking, inside baseball stuff. And then I went out and watched Pokemon X and Y.
So what time did you go to sleep, Bobby?
Like 1:30ish.
And what time is it now?
It is 8 a.m.
So your alarm was originally going to get you up for 7.
My alarm was originally going to get me up for 6. No, my alarm originally went off at 5:45. And I thought there was a backup alarm that would go off at 6 o'clock, 6:30, and that just never went off.
I tell you what, Bobby, let's forget all that. Let's water under the bridge.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Look at you.
Let's get on with the show.
Lovely little chap over there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, good sir.
You're still no good, Bobby. You've still got to work on that.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, Bobby.
Hello, Toby. How are you doing today, Toby? That sounds like Ringo Starr. Hello, Toby. Hi, Toby. Anyway, let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our Geek Outs.
Geek Outs.
That's Toby's excited voice. Let me
Yeah.
tell you what. What are you geeking out about there, Toby?
I'm geeking out about the PUBG being officially 1.0. It's the full release version now.
Oh,
out of.
and what did they do, Toby, to this 1.0 that took them 6 years to get to?
Well, they've crushed a lot of the bugs, and they've added the Sanhok map. So there's 3 maps now. And the Sanhok map, Bobby, let me tell you, this map is good.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah.
So they went the way of maps, which essentially is so how does that work? You have no choice over the map it goes in?
So at the moment, it's kind of like Splatoon or Mario Kart. I'm not sure how it works, but basically at the moment you have 2 options. You can do random, so you get one of the 3 maps, or you can pick Sanhok only because that's the brand new map. So I'm not sure like if eventually you're going to be able to pick whatever map you want, but that's what it's like at the moment.
Fortnite's better.
Oh
anyway,
God,
go ahead.
Bobby.
Fortnite is awesome, dude.
So
it's the same map
Sanhok,
all the time, different territories, and then once every 10 weeks, they just mix it up.
What's really interesting about Sanhok is the map's a lot smaller than the other 2 maps, and it's sort of set in this made-up Asian island. There's lots of foliage and trees and long grass and lots of like smaller hut type buildings that don't have windows, so you can vault through the windows much more quietly than you can on other maps.
Yeah.
And because the map's a lot smaller, where you land is most of the time you're gonna have other people with you, so it's more action packed from the start of the game. And also because it's smaller, the circle starts smaller and it shrinks seemingly much quicker than the other maps. So it kind of just updates the pace of the game, so everything moves a lot more quickly, a lot more action packed. There's different weapons on this map to other maps because of the style of gameplay that it provokes. So yeah, it's kind of a new experience.
Who was telling me they're getting ready, I think, in the next season of Fortnite to change the way the storm works, where buildings and structures will start getting destroyed.
All right.
So it'll eliminate the idea of like you're gonna build this gigantic, massive structure and just hide out in it the whole time, which is kind of a cool, unique perspective. And that's what I was saying before. What I do like about Fortnite is if it doesn't tend to work, well, in 10 weeks they just take it out. So that's kind of that's kind of cool. But so essentially, what you're saying is you pick the map. But the maps are the same every single time, but they'll randomly, procedurally generate the weapons?
Yeah, so
Okay.
all the loot, it changes, so you never know where's going to be good for loot. There's hot spots, there's like large, I say large, there's like areas of towns and like a boot camp and military stuff that are like, there's lots more buildings in those areas, so they tend to be a lot more spicy, so to say.
So question for you then. Do you ever foresee PUBG either A, going the way of all the consoles, or B, just disappearing?
I think eventually it will come to PlayStation 4. I doubt it will come to Switch.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, unless Microsoft can nail down like permanent exclusivity on consoles, but I can't see that happening.
Well, and the question is, do they really want that to happen anyway?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's working out for them well at the moment. But
working out well for who though?
For Microsoft, probably.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's not working for PUBG because
the thing is, Bluehole / PUBG Core, their game is on PC and it's on mobile as well.
If it's on mobile, why can't it be on Switch?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I never really imagined it being a good fit for Switch.
Could you imagine?
Especially with.
Could you imagine if Microsoft went to them and put it on Switch and let's make crossplay happen?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
And then we're not going to give it to Sony, dude. That would be. I mean, Sony fans would be like, well, we don't need it anyway because we.
The thing is,
Fortnite.
I see that being a likely situation, to be honest. With what Sony's been up to lately.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to say the least. I'd be like, holy cow, really? Like, because I think that's what Sony needs. Sony needs somebody to be like, no, we're not going on your platform because you don't want to play with others. Be interesting.
But yeah, I'm really excited as well because we got 2 chicken dinners in a week. This last week, 2 chicken dinners on the new map.
I got a victory royale.
Did you?
Royale on Monday with James Johnson, Dr. Doom, Rybo, and Joseph Moran.
Can I just ask why Rybo's in the background of all your videos? Can you tell that story?
That's not Rybo. That's Mr. Ribble. That's Mr. Ribble.
All right, why is Mr. Ribble in there?
Mr. Ribble is back there because he is my best friend, man. He is my new compadre.
Right.
Him and I we're getting ready to start some chaos. I can tell you more off the air. But
okay.
But the thing is in all actuality, is that so what happened was when we did the live show, Joe after work, because Rybo was like, man, I wish I could be there. I really wish I could be there.
Oh, right.
And so Joe after work's like, I'm gonna make this little thing. We're gonna bring him. So if you watch that live episode, he's sitting in front of me the whole time. And then when the show got done, I said to Joe, I'm like, can I please keep him? And he was like, yeah, man, no problem. And then Rybo got excited when he saw, Mr. Ribble behind me. And then the one week on Nintendo Guru Daily, I gave him a kiss. And Rybo was like, that was a mistake. They should not have left that thing with you.
Yeah.
2 things real quick. Let's do, before I do my geek out, I want to do something that I should have done at the beginning of the show, and I forgot. We're doing a contest, Toby. We're doing a giveaway. $50 eShop card is going to be given away. Yes. And then, do you know how you can win this contest?
No.
No, apparently not. Apparently not, because you're just ill-informed and you don't watch my content. So there's that. So what we're going to do is, in order to earn an entry into this contest, all people need to do is they need to pop on, give us a 5-star review, or rate the show 5 stars. You can rate it whatever you want. If you think we suck, that's fine. Giving us a 1, whatever. But I'd appreciate a 5-star review. And then obviously give the review, and then that's it. You're entered. Now, here's the caveat: you can do that for every single show that I do, and you will earn 1 entry into every single show. So I have 6 podcasts that I do across the board, and that'll give you 6 entries if you go to every single one and leave a review, and there you go. So in 2 weeks' time, I will pull the winner, and I'll randomly do it on the computer. I'll put everybody's name in there. And good luck to all. So I hope everybody enters, and that's it. And it is open to different regions because I do have the ability to get my friends from other regions to be like, "Hey, this is what I have." Boom, and then I will just get an eShop card for that particular area and go from there.
Can I enter, Bobby?
No.
No.
No, Toby, you can't. I mean, it would be nice. It'd be nice if you would review all the other shows that I do. It'd be really lovely if you would. As supposed to be my best friend in all the land. You probably haven't even listened to any of my other shows since my return.
I've been busy, Bobby.
Wow, dude.
Actually,
wow.
No, I've listened to your Animal Crossing one, every one of those. So
really?
Pretty much, yeah.
How do you feel about that show?
It's good. I like it. I think you rambled a little bit too long at the start of the last episode. It was like 45 minutes of rambling.
A lot of it had to do with Toby, with Chelsea being a little under the weather.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to make it a chill episode for her, so that way we could do some stuff. I think we're starting to find a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah.
And now that I'm actually like looking for things to discuss, and I'm going on the internet and finding stuff, it's gonna be a lot better. Like we're now buckled down on what we're trying to do and stuff. So whatever, it is what it is. But the show's not good enough for you to go rate and review it. Thank you, Toby.
I don't even know how to do that, Bobby.
Because you don't listen to podcasts like.
I listen on YouTube, so
yeah, you go on YouTube. It's a big difference. Okay, anyway, what I'm geeking out about. That's a boot. That's Sean Capri.
Are you broken?
I think
you
so.
sound broken.
I'm tired, man. Anyway, I am geeking out about the Pokemon. Like, I'm Toby. I got a bad sickness, bro. Bad sickness. So yesterday, I wake up and I have to go to work, which I do, and then I post something on my Instagram about catching this. I don't even know what its name was. This legendary Pokemon, right? So I catch this thing, and it really wasn't truly legendary, but it was like a hard to get one. And I post it, and then next thing I know, my cousin, her husband, reaches out to me. He's like, "Hey man, I saw your post. I didn't realize you were still playing, or you were even playing Pokemon Go. There's a huge raid today going on for Moltres, and he's like, if you want to come hang out with us, you can join the raid." And I'm like, okay, let me talk to Miguel and see what he's doing, because Miguel was supposed to pick me up when I dropped my car off to get the oil change, because I was doing it after work, and so Miguel's like, "Oh, dude, yeah, definitely, let's do it," because he's big into this thing too. So we go out to the next town over, right? Next town over, and dude, 40 people are there, and we're legit going from Pokestop or gym to gym to gym, all over, and like we're battling this thing, and we're taking it down, and then we're trying to catch it, and like, dude, it was so much fun, man, so much fun. Then I get done, and me and Miguel are done, and we're like, let's go to GameStop, and I buy Pokemon Y and Pokemon Sun, and I'm gonna dive into those two and start playing them.
What?
And then last night I started watching Pokemon X and Y on Netflix.
Okay.
Dude, I am so hyped for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go, Pikachu. Like, I mean, listen, you got the hype too. Like, you're really excited about Pokemon as well. I mean, look, you named your daughter after Eevee. Like, I get it, man. It's just, it's one of the things. I get it. I understand, man. That's dedication. So you got dedication. You named your child after a character.
I'm slightly worried that you're going to burn yourself out before Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu come out.
That's a very strong possibility, Toby, but I'm willing to take that chance. You know what I'm upset about?
What?
Man, I'm upset that I backed off of the Amiibo cards when I did.
Why?
Because now that I'm doing Breaking Bells, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to get some Animal Crossing cards.
Yeah.
And man, I totally dropped the ball with that one. Totally dropped the ball because they're worth
set.
Only on season 1. There was three other seasons or whatever series that came out, and they are super hard to find now and super expensive.
Really?
Oh my god, dude! They're wanting like $9 a pack.
No way.
And, well, that's not really. It is bad, man. It's a hard pill to swallow. What I really regret is what I should have done, Toby, is when Toys R Us started having troubles.
Yeah.
They seemed to be the only ones that got them. I should have just started going to different Toys R Us and buying them out.
I'm sure you can buy a full set on eBay that somebody's just getting rid of.
Nobody's selling them by sets. They're selling. What they're doing is they're selling them, and they're going, "Hey man, we got these cards, and you could pick one between one. You could we have the whole series, and you could pick any one you want out of it, but we're charging per card,
right?
And they range from like 2 cents to $9 a card."
Right.
And some are even more. Some are $16 a card. And I'm like, oh my god, man. I can't do that. Like, that's just too much money.
Don't do it then, Bobby.
What I'm hoping is Nintendo reissues them. And just because hopefully whenever the next Animal Crossing game comes out in 5 years, hopefully they'll reissue it, and then, because I'm hoping the Amiibo functionality is still built in to it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway. So what topic do you want to do first, Toby? Do you want to do yours or mine?
What are we playing? You forget this every week, Bobby. What have we been playing? This podcast is a shambles today, Bobby. It really is.
Toby, we can do what we're playing afterwards. Let's change it up a little.
Even if I didn't mention it now,
I would have brought it up after. It's fine.
Okay.
let's switch it up a little bit. Let's jump into the topics. Let's get to the meat of the show.
Let's do your lovely Nintendo topic.
Okay, so my topic is Thursday was supposed to be the Nintendo Direct, and that got delayed, unfortunately. And our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that was injured or lost somebody or anything in that horrific earthquake. It's crazy because when you messaged me, I was like, "Oh, it's just an earthquake," like because we have them here, and it's like, it just shakes a little bit. Right? I didn't realize the destruction that happened, and then when I went and looked at the pictures, I was like, "Oh my god, dude!"
Just the landslides, insane.
It was crazy.
Like because you don't think of stuff like that, do you?
No, and that's exactly my point. Was like I just thought like typically when we have them in California, occasionally they're bad. Like, and it's rare that they're bad, but like most of the time it's like it's a shake, and everybody's like, "Oh, they just go about their day." When that happened, my first thought was like, well, "How bad could it have been?" Like, okay, maybe they're out of power, maybe power went out, but then I'm thinking like, this Nintendo's nowhere near where this place happened. Like, what's going on here? Then when I went and looked on the pictures, I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, man, I totally get it now." Like that's a shame, but anyway. So Thursday was supposed to be the Nintendo Direct, and the idea behind my topic is since we got a little bit more time, and we're actually about to talk about it and such, what are you hoping that Nintendo... That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what you really want them to release. Like, what's something you're hoping for?
I've got a mix of things, like predictions and hopes.
That wasn't what this was about. This was about hopes. But if you want to change the topic like you always do, Toby...
Well, no, Bobby.
It's fine. Apparently it's not my topic. Apparently it's your topic.
You said, what do we think they're going to bring and what do we want? So we're doing both, Bobby.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
So, what I really want... See, we all know SpiderMan and Dragon Quest XI have just come out on PlayStation 4. And I'm interested in both of them. And do you remember way back when the Switch was the NX?
Yes.
And they announced they're doing Dragon Quest XI for the Switch.
Yes.
Before any other game was announced, basically. And it's still not here. We've seen nothing of it. They said they're still working on it. They had some issues with the engine because it's built on Unreal Engine 4. And anyway, like, apparently it's still in the works, but it could be years before it comes to Switch. But I don't know, because it's a long RPG. It's like a 100-hour RPG. Probably. Yeah. But I really want to play it. So I'm in a conundrum. Do I just get it on PlayStation 4, or do I wait and see if it does come to Switch?
Well,
I'd love them to just confirm that.
The thing that throws me off a little bit is it did come to the 3DS as well.
But it's a different game on 3DS.
Not really.
Yes, it is, Bobby.
How different is it?
Are
you talking about the one that just came out? Or are you talking about
the brand new one, Bobby. Dragon Quest XI.
I thought Dragon Quest XI came out. I think this is like an expansion.
No, Bobby.
You sure?
Yes, it came out in Japan a year ago.
Oh, this is the one that came out in the United States. This is coming out in the United States. Or wherever else. Because Japan was a year ago. And in Japan, it was two versions. It was the PS4 and the 3DS.
Yes.
And essentially, they are the same game. It's different art styles to them.
Yeah. So anyway, like I want the full console version on Switch, and I just want some confirmation that I don't have to buy it on PlayStation 4 and then regret it because it does get announced for Switch.
Listen, Toby, we've had these conversations in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I will not buy this on the PS4 because I feel like RPGs are something you need to be able to take on the go to like be able to sink a little bit of time in here and there wherever you get that like moment to, especially with a game like that where that's a grindy ass game, man.
Yeah,
you gotta dive into that, man. So for me, no. Now I'm curious, did you get Octopath?
No.
And you have no interest in Octopath?
Not anymore.
Why?
That boat's out. Like, it's just, you know, I've played the demo and I've seen lots of people's reviews and opinions.
Which demo did you play?
I played the first demo, but the thing is,
one.
like, I don't know. It just doesn't. I'm not thinking about it like I am thinking about Dragon Quest. You know.
I think you should get it. At least get the second demo. At least get the second demo. I'm telling you.
I'll consider it.
It's a free demo. Get the second demo. Try it. It's a 3-hour demo. That's it. Give it a shot. Mm-hmm. And then after them 3 hours, if you're like, nah, this isn't for me. Even that, after 5 minutes, you're like, nah, this isn't for me. You're done. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I really do. Knowing how much you love RPGs, man. Oh my god, I think you would dive into this.
People,
and fall in love.
What I've heard about, we're going off topic here, but
fine,
what I've heard is that people say that the structure of the game gets repetitive. You know, you play a character's story, you go through their arc, you know, similar things happen, and then you could move on to somebody else, and it's the same structure. Like, you go through a town, and you do a dungeon, and there's, like, just over and over, like, for each character. And each chapter is, like...
Toby, I think this is something you need to try on your own. And not let other people's opinions sway you on this one. It's 100 million, or, like, a couple million people can't be wrong.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I don't know if it's for me.
I think it is for you. I think you'd be surprised. Really. Okay. I do. Did you play Bravely Default, the first one?
No.
Oh, God. We got to talk to you after
I think there was a demo that I played for that, actually. Wasn't too impressed.
Dragon Quest. So you want Dragon Quest to get announced?
I badly want Dragon Quest.
What about what do you have? Now I haven't heard anything. I don't know. What about GTA? Because that's been rumored heavily for a while. Is that something? Because you're a big GTA guy, so is that something you would like to have on there? I mean, and let's be honest. If it comes, you're not getting online. It's going to be strictly the story. But what do you think about that?
I think if I don't know. I'd like it on there. That'd be cool to just say you've got the biggest game in the world on Switch. Yeah. You know, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'd ever get around to playing that game.
I would definitely go back in and play that game. That game was so good, man. So good. I'm curious. I'm curious about that one to see what they do with that. See if it ever shows up. But anyway, for me, what I want, obviously, I want Animal Crossing, man. I want Animal Crossing so bad. I don't look. I'm not expecting to get it this year, but I just want them to announce in 2019 you're getting this game. I want that so badly, dude, because that's something that I would, man. I feel like I really want, I really need in my life, because I need to just lose myself for hours on end, and that is what Animal Crossing brings me, is just hours and hours and hours of just enjoyment, playing, relaxation, just chilling out, playing that game. And I would love the fact that I could take it on the go and play it at home, because that's what I loved about the 3DS. The one thing I missed about the 3DS was I just wanted to play it on the TV. Yeah. Just wanted to play it on the big screen TV when I was chilling at home. And that would be amazing to do.
Animal Crossing would be amazing. I think that would replace Stardew Valley for me, because at the moment Stardew Valley is my bedtime game. Yeah. Sort of just, play a couple of days just before bed, like laying in bed. Yeah. And I think Animal Crossing is perfect for that. Just winding down for the day.
And especially the thing with Animal Crossing at nighttime when you're playing, the music change where it's like
cozy.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's wonderful when you're playing it at night. I love it. So yeah, I would definitely be about that. What's something else you got on your list over there?
I would love a brand new traditional style Paper Mario. That or a remaster of Thousand Year Door, because that's the one I haven't played, and everyone says that's the best.
I know,
but
me too.
It's so expensive to buy it, so it's never been re-released. I want to experience that game.
I have that game. I haven't played it yet. Nick Militia, I bought it off of him. Yeah, and it wasn't expensive. I think I paid $25 for it, something like that.
Oh man, that's a steal.
Yeah, Nick is very wonderful price, man.
He's a good dude.
He's awesome. Well, okay, he's not a good dude. He's just got fair prices. Okay,
that makes him a good dude. He's not trying to open your wallet.
Listen, I can't be super nice to the guy all the time. I gotta, no, I love Nick. He knows that. For me, I think another thing that I would really like is, man, I would love to have Mario Golf, and I would love for that to finally hit the Switch.
Yeah, I know you do, Bobby, but what about Mario Strikers? That's got to be next, right?
No, Mario Golf needs to be next.
Nah.
If they're
You
gonna...
had a Mario Golf on 3DS recently,
and I want another one on the Switch because it was so good on the 3DS.
No, Bobby.
It's the best sports game they have that they do.
No, Bobby.
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
Strikers is absolutely
You're
the
playing.
best.
You're playing to the British crowd over there right now. That's what you're doing, Toby. You're
Sean
trying to-
Capri likes it. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, well, we know his taste and everything. Please. No, I would like to get. I would like. This is about me, Toby. This is about you.
All right,
I
Toby.
would like Mario Golf. That's
Yeah.
what I want. That's the
Yeah.
thing I'm looking for. So yeah, that's what I would love to have. What about realistic stuff? Like, what do you think is going to get announced?
So this is guaranteed. I think
Mm-hmm.
Capcom are going to put Resident Evil 4 out on Switch, and it's going to be out in October for Halloween.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because that game is on everything, every platform ever, and I think it's just perfect timing. It's an easy port. You've got the motion control aiming if you want.
Is that
It's
the one that
never
was
been-
on? Is that the one that was on Wii U? I mean, Wii.
On Wii, yeah,
Wii?
and it was the best version on Wii. And I want to play it again in HD with motion controls, pointer controls. Like, yes,
And you're guaranteeing that this is coming.
I'm guaranteeing it, Bobby.
Oh, okay.
It's
If it doesn't come, then if it doesn't come, then on the next podcast or whatever, the podcast after Halloween,
Yeah.
Karina on cam has to spank you with a belt, and we all get to watch.
No, I ain't agreeing to that, Bobby. You got my madman.
Well, I'm gonna. Sadly, what you don't understand is I've got you editing. I got wonderful editing where I'm just
Oh,
gonna have you going like, yes, absolutely, Bobby. Yes, it's gonna. I mean, look at the obvious stuff for me is the stuff that leaked. Meaning, like, I think we're gonna get some more Yoshi stuff because the title of the game leaked. Final Fantasy 5 or 15 Pocket Edition, just because they announced that later. I think we're going to see some Mega Man because of the fact of the demo launched the day, and I think that was one of those things that they're going to be like, hey, the demo is available now, and so that happened. So those things I think are definitely going to be in there. What I also think, go ahead.
Sorry.
You gotta let me finish my thought?
Yeah.
That's not really what I wanted to finish. That's not really what I
I-
wanted to say, but go ahead.
I just want to go back to Final Fantasy because before you go on to something else.
Uh-huh.
So, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, it's on PS4 as well, right?
And Xbox
Do you-
is coming too.
Yeah. So, do you think they're gonna actually put 15 proper
No.
on Switch?
No,
Why not?
because I don't think it can handle it. I don't
You
think
know,
the Switch
oh,
can handle
no,
it.
Bobby. I think it could. I think with a few downgrades graphically here.
My
and there,
understanding is, and look, the proof is in the pudding, man. It's Square wants to put stuff on the Switch, but they're struggling to get stuff to work, and I just think it's something that's just not going to work for them. My understanding too is this game is essentially Final Fantasy 15, just cutting all the fluff out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the trailer for it, and I think that the cutscenes look dodgy,
Mm-hmm.
the characters look dodgy, but the gameplay actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
So I'm a little bit interested in it.
yeah.
If I can't play the proper one, then I might settle for Pocket Edition.
I
maybe.
might give it a shot. We'll see. I don't know. The jury's still out on this one for me.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they did it the way they did it, because it just couldn't hold up and do,
Yeah.
what it is. Man, it's hard to say what I really think is going to be there beyond that. I mean, like I said, you're going to get the usual suspects. You're going to get the obvious, the Mario Party. You're going to probably this is what I really think is going to happen, Toby. I think at the end we get a new character. I think we get a new character
Smash.
now. Yeah, we get a new character for Smash. That's going to be how they close the show out. Dude, I feel it in my bones. It's probably going to be Waluigi. I feel. I don't want Waluigi. Don't get me wrong. But
I love Waluigi.
Yeah, he's whatever, dude. He's creepy, man. But I think we're going to get the announcement of Waluigi. That's what I feel.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about that.
What makes you not so sure about what part? About what part of it? The whole thing, or just?
Well, about just anything Smash related. I think if they're gonna do any more Smash, it'll probably be its own little mini direct or something.
They're gonna milk that SOB for all it's worth, man.
I just don't know how many other characters they're gonna have.
I think
how many have they announced already? Like brand new characters.
They're like up to brand new.
Yeah.
You get the Inklings.
Yeah.
You got Simon Belmont.
Yeah.
You got
K. Rool.
King K. Rool. So technically, and they got the Echo characters.
Yeah.
But I don't really consider them to be. They're just skin changes to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not really truly new characters. They're basically taking what the character can do and just changing the look of them. So I don't really consider them new characters. So really, you only have 3 new characters.
All right, so they might have 1 or 2 more, maybe.
They're at what, 73 right now? I think we get 2 more, at least 2 more. To round that number out to 75. I really am upset that Shovel Knight didn't make the game. Like, yeah, it's his trophy, but those things are so stupid.
I'm glad he didn't make the game, because Shovel Knight does not look good in 3D.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I'm just giving you the hard truth, Bobby. That character looks too blobby in 3D. He doesn't look good.
I don't appreciate your tone and your comments about Shovel Knight. That is blasphemous, man. Are you crazy?
I'm just saying, Bobby.
Just move on. Move on. You know what? We're done with this topic. We're done.
I think they're going to show Yoshi.
No kidding. I already said that. Of course. Yes.
When did you say that?
I said at the very beginning. I'm like, you're going to get the guaranteed and stuff that like leaked. They leaked the title of the game, so of course you're going to get Yoshi.
You didn't mention it, though. You just said,
I think we're going to definitely see Yoshi. I said that. You don't pay attention to what I say.
What about a
Metroid I feel like Karina right now.
Like a Metroid HD trilogy. Just to keep people on the Metroid train.
Ooh, man. That's a good pull, because I really don't see Metroid hitting it for another couple of years. And I know people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think if they announced it for next year, and that would tie people over until Metroid.
If they did Metroid Prime HD, I think people would be very happy with that.
Yeah, I would.
I think we also get Bayonetta 3, like some footage on that, some final footage of that, and being like, "Hey, here it is."
Yeah.
So people were leaning towards that and being like, "Oh, I think because of the Game Awards, retweeting the direct."
I think people are looking too much into stuff like that.
What I thought it was like, hey, Jeff Keighley is friends with these guys. It's a partnership they have. Like, Nintendo's a partner with the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Let me make Nintendo happy. Let me retweet this tweet. I think people are reading into it, but it does, to me, make a little sense that we would see something with Bayonetta 3. So, that's basically where we're at.
I just want to know that she's okay, man.
Oh my god! Go ahead. Do your next topic.
I'm just saying, like, because that trailer, her legs went weird, and then she just. Do you remember that?
What trailer?
The Bayonetta 3 trailer.
I don't remember that part.
We'll go back and watch it. Her legs, go back and watch like it. You see her legs. You go through the back of her legs, and then all of a sudden her legs sort of go weird, like they're broken, and they just collapse, and she like splits in two. It's horrid.
Go ahead.
So, my topic. Basically, should PlayStation make another portable, another handheld?
Is this really, like, is this PlayStation approved? Like, is this a solid PlayStation topic?
I think it's PlayStation enough. Like,
I think I'm going to call some people out right now, because this is what I'm doing. Let me explain something to you. The guy that's supposed to be the PlayStation guy, right? That essentially was on an Xbox show, My Xbox and Me, that we pulled out of obscurity to come do stuff with us over on Make Us Better when we were part of that, needs to shut his face. Toby does a very good job. and I'm happy with the product that Toby does. And Sean Capri, the Xbox biatch that I bring on if we ran Nintendo, like, be nicer to Toby. All right, like, if you got a problem with Toby, you got a problem with me. This is my best friend in all the land, and then anybody got a problem with him, come talk to me, straight up. Stop tweeting your nonsense. We're not having it no more.
Anyone that doesn't understand what Bobby's talking about right now, last episode there was some comments about me not being PlayStation enough.
Yeah.
So that's what Bobby's referring to there.
Yeah. And the thing of it is listen, this is the way I feel about what this is. Are you super hardcore, dive off the top of the roof PlayStation? No, you're not. Not at all. But you know what? You like PlayStation, and I felt like this was something that we wanted to do, that we wanted to change coming off the Geekcast. And for me, this show is about you and me hanging out, having a chat. And that's all it is. If that's all this is just an hour that I get to spend with Toby each week. So the topics are whatever. I could care less. You know what I mean? Like, to me, this is just something fun for us to do and have a good time. We try to do the best that we can. And I think we do a good job with it. And if people aren't happy with it, then my recommendation to you two is stop listening. All right, go ahead, Toby. So your topic is, do we think that PlayStation, do we think they will and should they do a new handheld?
Yeah.
I'm torn, man, because, and this is, I'm going to just lay out my thought pattern of where it is, because I'm on both sides of the fence. Do I think they should? I say yes and no. One, I say yes because the market is there. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly, obviously there. You know what I mean? Should they, though? I don't know. I say no, too, because of the fact of, like, they don't do a good job with them. They don't work. I think a part of the problem is that Sony can't multitask very well. And they give up way too quick on things. Where Nintendo will just go down with the ship, man. They will just let it go, man. Because they believe in a product. They believe, and that makes me think sometimes that Sony puts things out because they just think it should, and they're in it for the wrong reasons. They don't do it for the proper reasons. So when the ship is sinking, they're just like, all right, we're going to move away. You know, like, the same thing with Move. You know, like, Nintendo's still using motion controls. Like, they believed in it, and they stuck with it, and they still do it, you know? So it's a thing that, like, does it always work for Nintendo? No. But when it doesn't, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I would say 8 times out of 10, they stick the landing in it, and it continues on. Like, they could have given up on the 3DS.
Yeah.
And they was getting hammered. Like, PlayStation, like the Vita was beating the 3DS and everything. And it was like, oh, my God, Nintendo, why did you do this? And then, boom, within a year, they turned it around, and that juggernaut just crushed the Vita. So I look at that, and I go, like, well, should we not? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it was up in the air, back and forth. What's your thoughts? Because I'm on the fence on it.
I know what you mean, that they give up way too easily with things. I feel like they're not pushing VR as much as they could.
Yeah.
But I think that they could make another portable work, but it would have to be a little bit different strategy this time, because, you know, with the console technology being so powerful now with 4K games and everything, I don't think that they could make a handheld that is on par with their console division. Like, not in the same way that the Switch does that. So they'd have to do something a bit different. And actually, earlier this year, they were talking about the possibilities of 5G in the mobile space. Somebody asked, it was from an earnings report, and they were like, why are you still doing mobile even though you're failing in that respect? And they were like, well, we think that 5G is going to be hugely important to handheld gaming. So that kind of hints that they could do the whole streaming thing in the future. When the PlayStation 5 comes out, they might have a handheld thing where they can stream games to it. Where
didn't they try that once when the PS Go? Or that was just a strictly downloadable console.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have done that, but I think like they've got the Gaikai thing, they got PlayStation Now, and if 5G did turn out to be extremely stable and coverage was great on it, then that could end up being an option for them. Yeah. But I think they'd have to do something else as well to make it interesting, at least for me. Yeah. Because I think that they're neglecting their back catalogue at the moment. Like, you can't play classic games on PlayStation 4. The Vita was great for that. You could download PlayStation 1 games. But if you had some way of playing PS1, PS2, and PS3 on a handheld device, then I think that would be extremely compelling for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. That really does make some sense what you're saying. I don't feel like, even though initially people thought that PlayStation would pull a switch and do that, I don't see them doing that. I know that they would like it. I just don't know that the technology's there to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
But I would think that at some point they would love to be a part of that conversation.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, like you said, is that something that they do where they go like, hey man, we're going to have all of our stuff. I just don't know that people want to be able to stream. Because, I mean, that's all well and good, 5G. But you have to pay for that service.
Yeah.
Like, you have to pay a monthly fee in order to have that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know that people are willing to pay for that. And I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I think it all depends on the pricing and how it works. Yeah. I think the idea is a great concept.
They screwed up big time with the Vita. They had a 3G model that you had to have a data plan, but it was only with like one company.
Yeah.
And people didn't have options. So if they were to do a 5G data plan thing, it would have to be...
You'd have to be able to go like Verizon, Sprint, all that stuff like that. You would have to give them options to be able to do it instead of just, here's one. And I think the other thing that killed the Vita too was the memory cards. Like you had to use the Sony ones, and it was like, oh, come on, dude. They were so expensive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, they'd have to build it in such a way that they didn't have gimmicks and issues like that. You know, they had like the back touch screen, the touchpad on the rear of the Vita that nobody ended up using. You know, other features like, I don't know, did they have a microphone in it and a camera and everything? Like,
yeah, I think so.
Just cramming features into it that didn't really improve the games. They were gimmicky.
Yeah.
And that made it more expensive as well. So if they just had a pared down device that was just a screen with buttons and sticks and you could stream to it and you could also download a back catalogue of games, then I think that if it was affordable, that would be a really competitive device.
Side note, little tangent. You know, the weird thing that confuses me, why does Nintendo call the 3DS without 3D the 2DS?
What do you mean?
It's just the DS. like think about it. It was the DS.
3DS games. That's the thing.
Just call it the 2DS, or just call it the DS. Like, what are you doing here? The 2DS to me, the 2DS to me is the wedge. The 2DS is the wedge.
Yeah.
And then just call it 2DS XL or something. Like, name it something.
Oh yeah, because that's not confusing.
Name it something stupid. I don't know. I think about it. I'm like, dude, it's whatever. Anyway,
what about the new DS?
There you go. The new DS. They love the word new. It makes it all. You just slap that on it.
If you say it quick enough, it sounds like nude.
Yeah, new DS. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. Anyway, back to the Sony thing. I mean, look, part of me says now on the other side it goes like, yeah, they should do it absolutely. I think about it and I go, dude, the market is wide open for this. Like, this is seriously something that the market is like. The only one there is Nintendo and mobile. Well. Listen, as a gamer, I don't want to play mobile games. Other than, I mean, I play Pokemon Go and I say that, but like, ultimately, like, my on my mobile gaming does not revolve around that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too is like with Nintendo basically having the Switch. Yeah, the Switch is portable, but it's not truly portable. It's big, it's wonky, like it's not as easy to get around as the 3DS is. 3DS you just throw in your back pocket and you're gone.
Yeah.
Can't do that with the Switch. So that I feel like there's a gap in the market a little bit. I don't know. It's like if I'm Sony, I'm looking at that and I'm going like, maybe we go after that market. Maybe we give it a shot. So I don't know. I think that I think they should, to some degree, go for it. I think they're a little bit gun shy too, because if Nintendo does bring a new handheld out, does that hurt them? Because in Japan, like people in Japan, like ultimately in the United States, like in the North Americas, I think somewhat in Europe, we're console gamers. Mm-hmm. We predominantly want our home consoles. Handhelds is like a secondary. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a have to have. In Japan, handhelds are the way it is. Yeah. Like they want to be able to like play on the train rides. Yeah. Because that's what most of their days is commutes. So over there though, Sony struggles compared to Nintendo. Like Nintendo is the beast when it comes to gaming. So I think that Nintendo really needs to Sony really needs to take a hard look and go like, is Nintendo going to come out with a handheld at the same time? Because they're killing it right now in the home market. Sony, there's no dispute in that. Mm-hmm. Do they give that up? Do they give up a little bit of ground? Because like I said, they can't multitask very well. Like you look at the VR. VR is not like VR is basically being held up by third parties. Yeah. Sony's not truly supporting it. Yeah. Like they're saying like, here it is, go do what you want to do with it, but they're not backing it. And it's the same thing with the Vita. Like when it first launched, they backed it, but then they backed away after the sales weren't doing well or whatever, and left it up to third parties, and then they abandoned it completely. And I think they have to truly be committed. They remind me of Sega back when Sega started jumping from like the 32X to the CD drive to the sat, like it was like boom, 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 and that reminds me of, again, not the home consoles. They're very steadfast with that, and that's their baby, and that's where they're going. But like when it comes to other things, they're very quick and gimmicky to cheat. So, and the problem with that is customer belief and like the idea that, like, if I buy this thing, it's going to last. It's going to be there.
Well, exactly. Like, I do worry that if they put another handheld out, would they just abandon it like they did the Vita?
And that's big time scary.
It's a catch-22 because it's like, customers won't come unless there's games, but is anyone going to put a game on a console that doesn't have the customers? So,
and the other thing with the only successful console they had was the PSP.
Yeah, and the PSP was very successful.
And I'm going to be honest, the only reason that was successful was because people hacked the hell out of it and they were playing Nintendo games on it. It's the truth.
I don't know about that.
A good strong portion of the community were hacking the hell out of that, and they were playing they jailbroke it, and they were playing everything on it. The one thing I did like about the PSP though was I love the movies. That you could play movies on that thing.
UMDs.
Yes, that was really cool, man. It was really cool. I remember I bought my nephew one because that was basically him and my brother were Sony ponies. But I bought my nephew one, and then I bought him SpiderMan, the original Toby Maguire SpiderMan, on a UMD.
Yeah.
Just trying to bring it around to show people that I do think about Sony a little bit from time to time.
Time to time.
From time to time.
Are you excited about Spider-Man on PS4? You gonna get it?
Really. I might get it. Spider-Man's not my thing, man. Batman. Now, if that was a Batman game...
I know. But like, don't you think that it looks exciting to swing around and... The combat's very Batman-like, isn't it?
I don't even have my PS4 hooked up at the moment. Like it's laying in the cubby hole where it is. I just ran the wires up. I don't know, man. I'm sure it's a fantastic game. I'm not going to knock it at all. You know what I mean? Like when people were attacking the downgrade, I thought
that was so stupid.
I'm like, this is stupid. Like really,
if you watch Digital Foundry did a video about it. They broke it all down. The whole thing with the puddles, they explained it all. Yeah. It's more of a manpower thing than a console power thing. Yeah, because they were saying that the way the reflections work, there's these like they sort of make a thing. It's like I don't know the terminology for it, but it took longer for an artist to do that for each individual area rather than a whole blanket system for reflections. Yeah. And because of that, they've changed a few things like that. Yeah. But like if you compare it the way Digital Foundry did, in a lot of ways, the final release looks way better, especially with texture quality. Massive improvement. So. Yeah. People will just love jumping on these. Yeah. It's like Watch Dogs. People just love saying, "Oh, it's not as good as it was when you first showed it." Ubisoft sort of created a whole thing with that, I think.
Well, that's because they showed it off on powerful PCs, and then when it actually hit the console, it was so. Yeah, because of what Ubisoft did, a lot of people think the same thing. Like, oh, it's a bait and switch. Like, you showed us this, and then that's really was never going to be what it was. And no, I really think it still looks gorgeous. I think it's a fantastic game. Like, I've watched some video of like people swinging through New York City, and I'm just like, wow, that looks cool, man. That really does look cool. Yeah, it does. I'm just, dude, at the end of the day, I'm not a big SpiderMan fan. Like, when the movies come out, I'll go check them out. Whatever. It is what it is. But, like, I'm not a huge Marvel guy. And I'm just like, I don't have... It's probably one of those games I'll eventually pick up. Still haven't even picked up God of War, dude, or Horizon. Like, I'll get them eventually and check them out. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. The only reason right now for me to have my PlayStation 4 is Last of Us 2. That's it. And if it comes to PS5, then I will buy a PS5 for it. Because I want that game. That game, I love Last of Us. Mm-hmm. So... ultimately, that's what, I'll be honest with you, like, I basically was not a huge have to have a Sony console. And then I played Last of Us on the PS3, and I was, like, in love. And I was like, wow. And then I went and played Uncharted and fell down this rabbit hole of really good games.
Batman
was, well, that was the reason I bought my PS3, was for Batman, the Arkham series. And then
Arkham Knight on PS4, dude, like, amazing.
Oh, that thing was so good, man, so good. But like, and that's why I bought my PS4, was for Batman Arkham Knight. Got a hat, and then like, so I have my reasons to buy a console. I'm the type of guy that will buy a console for one game. Because that's just...
Well, I did that for Xbox with PUBG.
So. Yeah, a lot of people go like, oh, you got to have a reason to buy a console. No, one game can push me over the top.
It can, and you know what? That argument, people say, "Oh, you know, you need to get more for your money." But like, if you're playing one game constantly, as much as you'd play multiple various games, then I don't see anything wrong with that. In fact, you're paying less money for more experience. All right, you've paid out on a console for it, but if you play it for long enough, I think it all evens out eventually.
That's the thing too, where I say to myself, like, I don't need all the bells and whistles that people do. Like, I don't need all this crazy stuff that people have to have. And I'm like, dude, I get consoles for games. I don't need it to run my home system and any of that. Like, no, I'm well off with what I have. I have my Apple TV. That basically runs my whole entertainment system. I don't need all this extra stuff. Like, I don't need Netflix to be on my PS4. I don't need Hulu to be on there. I don't need none of that. You know, that's just, it's all noise in the background for me. And it's just like, it's nice that it's there. I don't care. I don't even use... I have never turned on my PS4 to run my Netflix or my Hulu Plus.
That's funny, because for me, PlayStation 4 is my entertainment thing.
Is it?
Yeah, so I watch all of my YouTube on PS4. I watch Netflix, Now TV, everything like that. Wow. But I also play games on it. So
see, for me, I have my Apple TV. So my Apple TV is there. And that's because I'm integrated into Apple. So, like, I could start watching something here, pause it, go in the living room, pick it up right where it was, and then do the same thing. And then like the cool thing is because my computer, I could actually put a video on and then stream it right to my Apple TV and watch it. So for me, that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Like I can stream stuff right to it. So that's why I don't care about having all the extra bells and the whistles, because that has everything on it. It has Netflix, has Hulu, has so much more than... That's the thing. That has more than the PS4. So why would I want to do any of that? Like I buy my Better Call Saul. I bought that.
Yeah.
Started watching
Enjoying it?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good, man. I got to watch the last episode. But I watched the first 2.
There's 4 episodes at the moment.
I watched the first 3, and I'm on the 4th. But whatever, I'll whatever. Yeah. So let's wrap it up with what we're playing.
So I'm playing more Shenmue. I'm just living the dream.
This is why I didn't want to talk about it earlier.
I got my job as a forklift driver at the docks, and I'm going in every day. I'm doing my work, and you know what? I would just play a whole game of forklift driving. They should make a spin-off game, just Shenmue Forklift Edition. Just, it's so good. Something so satisfying about navigating your way around the docks, avoiding cats and people and other forklift trucks. You go to your little pile of boxes, you lift the lift up, you slot it in, and then you lift it up, and then you back out, turn around, you find your warehouse where you're going. You're under a time limit because the time of day is ticking, and then you've got to get as many of these crates in place as possible. You've got to lower them down inside a little grid inside the warehouse. You back out, make your way back. Efficiency. It's so satisfying.
You need a real job, is your problem. Because I got to tell you something, my man.
Well,
I've done that for a job.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, but
that
Bobby,
is
in the
not...
in the game.
No, in the game. I don't want to do it.
It's very fun in the game. And you know what? Like every now and then you go into a warehouse and you have a surprise encounter with some thugs that are trying to extort you for protection money, and you end up beating them up. And then you go about the rest of your workday.
Anything else you're playing, Toby?
No, that's it. I'm just playing Shenmue.
I'm playing The Messenger. Really, really good game.
Yeah?
Oh, fantastic.
What sort of game is that? Platformer?
It's like Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Looks like it, plays like it. Very, very good. Love that game. The game is so good. Obviously, I talked about at the beginning of the show, Pokemon Go. Been playing the hell out of that. And then I'm trying to think, is there something else? Oh my God. My mind just went by. Oh, the Mega Man demo. Oh my God, dude.
Right, yeah.
That is gorgeous, man. That is such a good game, man. So good. I love it. Really,
you know what? I've
it.
decided that Mega Man games just aren't for me. And
well, you're not good at games. I get it. I understand.
The reason for that is I haven't got the patience, because you go through a level. You can pick a level, any of the 9 levels or whatever, and then you get to the end, and then you realise that the boss at the end, you haven't got the correct weapon that he's weak against, and you just hit a brick wall, and you think, all right, I'll have to come back when I've found the weapon that he's weak against. And then you have to go through the whole level again later on, and it's just, you waste your time.
That's not true. If you paid attention beforehand, it's a paper, rock, scissors type mentality.
Yeah, but how do you know whether it's paper, rock, or scissors, Bobby? How do you know?
Because you got to pick the one, because you look at the names of the characters.
Do they really make sense, Bobby?
Yes.
Maybe in the first 2 games, but after that,
well, it became a little tough. But have a little faith in what you do, Toby. Be a strong-willed person.
Is it going to be obvious in Mega Man 11?
I don't know. The first one I went against was Block. I don't even know the title of all the characters. It looks gorgeous, plays phenomenal. Get the game. Go get the here you go, Toby. Here's a concept. Go get the demo. It's free. It's available now.
Well, you know what? Like,
there's one level on it. Play it and have fun with it.
What was that Switch indie game? It was like Mighty Gunvolt on Switch. It was like one of those, and it was like a Mega Man clone.
It was was it Mighty Gunvolt Blast Or Burst?
Burst. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I bought that. Sucked. Hate it.
That's not Mega Man.
It is. You go through a level, you get to the boss. Oh, I haven't got the boss's weakness. I'm going to have to do it again. I'll pick a different stage. Oh, I'm no good at this stage. Let's pick a different stage. Finally get to the end of that. Oh, now what does this work against? Let's try this level. Oh, no, it doesn't work against that guy. I'm going to go back and do it again. No, Bobby. That's not good game design.
You are a travesty to mankind. To all of mankind, you are a travesty. Mm-hmm. Anyway, good Lord. That is all. Thank you guys for checking us out over here on wherever you did. iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. However you check us out, however you consume this episode, thank you so much for that. You could follow Toby on the Twitters at Toby's_take. Myself, just go to NintendoGuru.com. Check me out over there. And then the last thing, I just want to wrap up the giveaway. Don't forget about the giveaway. $50 eShop card. Just go rate and review every podcast that I do, and you can get up to 6 entries into it. And so it's that time. Peace out, Preston.
Ciao. That's all you're getting today, boy.
Ciao.
Ciao. What's wrong with you, Bobby?
Let me turn it off. It wasn't. It was 5 minutes. I said to you, 5 minutes. I said I'd be here in 5 minutes. I'm here.
I went to the bank yesterday.
Yeah.
To put some checks in. There was a crowd of people outside the bank. Guess what they were doing?
Yesterday was a big day.
Yeah, they were playing Pokemon Go, getting in my way.
Moltres Day.
I'm doing business, Bobby. These people...
I'm doing business, Bobby.
flicking my phone for those Pokemons.
Listen, yesterday was
Get out of my town.
Yesterday was a big day, my friend. Big day. It was a huge raid day.
Yeah, but come on, like a Pokemon stop or whatever it is at the bank of all places.
That's just where they are, man. It's there are banks, there are churches, there are cemeteries.
Cemeteries.
Yeah. There was one yesterday, right next, and I looked down. It was, dude, the cemetery, the headstone was about that big. Had to be like a little baby that died there, right? Because the distance between the headstone and the street was only that big.
Mm-hmm.
There was a tree growing up right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is going on here? And I looked down. I'm like, oh my god! And Miguel's like, oh, you're standing on that poor little girl. I'm like,
oh
no. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm nowhere near that little girl.
I'm disappointed, Bobby.
In what?
In society.
Why? Because it's a good game, man.
Because people don't care, do they? All they care about is their little digital mons.
What about that little dead girls?
You know, yeah. They're standing on graves. They're getting in the way of the bank.
I wasn't standing on a grave. That's number one. You're misconstruing what I said. Mary Fisher was her name. Shout out to Mary Fisher. It wasn't my fault. Anyway, let's start the show. Okay. Are you ready? Finally?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm in a mood now. Bobby.
There's no need to be in a mood. Good Lord. You British in your moods. What episode is this?
4.
Oh my God, it feels like we've been doing it a century. Because you and your once a week. Or once every other week. Nonsense. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 4.
4. Bobby, I can't make myself big. Why can't I make myself big?
What are you talking about?
You know when you have the screen and you got my face on one side and your face on the other
Mine
side?
doesn't have. Mine has a big one of you, and then like I'm a little spot in the corner.
Yeah, but I used to be able to make it half and half. I can't do that now because Skype's updated. And
Why do you want it half and half?
They've took it away from me, Bobby. They've updated Skype and taken features away.
That's the way it always is, my friend. That's the way it always is. It's always that way. It's what they do. Microsoft likes to giveth and then taketh away. All right, here we go. Oh, you just don't want to see my big, beautiful face in there?
I just want to see both our beautiful faces, Bobby. Don't do that.
Why?
It's too early for you to be doing stuff like that.
What are you talking about? Okay. What is up, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the Nintendo Playcation... Yeah!
Playcation. Playcation, Bobby.
Okay. I didn't like the tempo of that last one, so we're going to redo that. What is up, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the Nintendo PlayStation Podcast. I am Bobby.